and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hey, I'm my rising stars. Welcome back. Thank you guys for all the love and support that y'all have been showing me on my channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And my rising stars, we're gonna jump right into this video. Today's story time is gonna be how I live with chronic migraines. Y'all, when I was about 15, I had a really, really bad headache. And I was living with my great grandma. And I called her in the room and I told her that my head was hurting really, really bad. So she called my other grandma, which lives up the street. And she was telling my other grandma what had happened was she was a registered nurse, and she was telling her what to give me and everything, but the headache wouldn't go away. So they kept doing all this other stuff, trying to figure out why my headache wouldn't go away. And later on down the road, we found out that they said that I was having a migraine headache. So as the time passed, years passed, I continued to have the migraines, and as I got older, they got worse. And when I moved here to Austin, I had noticed that they started really getting bad. It was just like when I moved to Austin, I started just getting. When I moved here to Austin, the migraines got worse. I got high blood pressure, and it just seemed like everything hit me all at once. Like it was telling me, didn't nobody tell you to move here? But anyway, I went to a doctor. I think I was like 20 something, and I met up with a doctor, and I was letting the doctor know, the migraines, the headaches, I'm starting to feel them in my eyes, in my neck. Sometimes they be on one side of my head, the other side. So he said we was gonna run a couple of tests, and we was gonna do some allergy tests, and we was gonna try to figure out what's going on. So a couple of tests, they did the test came back, and the doctor said, well, look like you have chronic migraines. I'm just like, chronic migraines? Like, yeah, you have chronic migraines. So I'm just like, dang. So I said, I need to go see another doctor to figure out, what is migraines? Why do I have chronic migraines? So when I went to see the other doctor said, well, we need to figure out what else could be causing these headaches. So that's when I found out I had the high blood pressure. So I started on the medicine with the high blood pressure, and I was taking medicine for my migraines, my high blood pressure, and it was just a mess. And he said, well, hopefully that this medicine will help you with your migraine. So I'm just like, oh, I hope so. Oh man. So it just became like just part of my living, just the migraines. I get a migraine, I take some medicine, I lay down. They last, sometimes the migraine lasts 3-4 days, sometimes they last a week. But, they just became a part of my life to where, it just was like every day. But it also interrupts my life, because when I get headaches, I can't do anything. I can't participate in anything. I can't work. And it interrupts my life, because I be so upset because I can't do family functions, like when they outside, when they doing activities outside, I can't do none of them. Swimming, none of them. Camping, none of them. Being outside in the heat, I get a headache instantly, and it's just like the headache comes on so fast, and it's like it's in an attack mode, and it's just like nothing. I don't care what I take, what I put on my head, how I handle it, nothing. It just has to pass. And it interferes with so much in my life, because I want to be a part of my family. They do so much. I love my family, and they just so active, and they love going here, going there. And me, every time I can go sit outside and just think I'm just having a good time. Bam, here come a headache. And I'm just like, this is starting to get ridiculous. So it took me some years and years and years that I kept trying to get in to see a neurologist, Nothing ever happened. So I just kept living and living and living with these migraines, y'all. And it just got worse. I'll tell you, one time, family member had called us and told us, oh, we got these tickets to Schlitterbahn. We're gonna go to Schlitterbahn. I'm like, oh, okay, I wanna go. Y'all, I go to Schlitterbahn and get so sick to where I was miserable the whole time. They just all having fun, enjoying themselves. I'm just still head hurting, and I just want to have some type of fun. So I go and get in line and get up on the slide with them. And it's like on this little tube, we coming down the tube, y'all. My head is pounding. I just want to cry, but I just don't want nobody to know or to see me with a headache. So once we come down off the tube, we go back across the street. I go into where we were sitting. I take 2 BCs, and I'm just like, this got to stop my head from hurting. I don't want to not have fun with everybody else, but it shut me down. It made me sick to my stomach, and I just began to throw up because my head was hurting so bad. So that stopped me right then and there from wanting to go back to Schlitterbahn, because I'm just like, I can't go back here and have no fun because I constantly get sick over and over and over again. So years passed. They asked me to go again. I'm just like, it's been some years, let me go and maybe we can have a good time. So we go and take the grandkids. Same thing. So me and my grandbaby, we kind of stayed up on the shadow part, and we just kind of stayed in this little swimming pool. I'm trying to stay in the shade, walk her back out, go back to the shade, walk her back out, trying to stay hydrated. That didn't work. Head still hurting, y'all. And it was just so crazy, y'all. I just get so frustrated. We went on a vacation, go to the beach. Migraine. Bam. And it's just like, it doesn't matter where I go. If the heat is beaming somewhere, I'm getting a headache. If I'm working and it's hot, I'm getting a headache. If I'm just in an environment and it's just heat is hot, I'm getting a headache. I can lay down. I tell y'all, I cannot lay when I'm watching TV, I can't just get a pillow and prop it up and lay on the back of my head. I'm getting a headache. And I'm just like, this is so crazy. So I'm getting to the point to where I'm just like, oh, I'm so sick of dealing with this. So I finally get to a neurologist. And I think I'm saying this right, y'all. Neurologist? I think so. But they put me on this medicine. And the first time he had me on 25 milligrams. And that didn't do nothing. That didn't do nothing at all. And I'm just like, oh, this is starting to get ridiculous. So he's like, you have so much tension in your neck, and you have this, and you have that. And he was just like, I was telling him about how I can't participate in nothing, how I can't be in nothing. I'm just like, it's just so frustrating. I can't even go nowhere and have fun because it just seems like soon as I get too hot, anything, anywhere, it doesn't matter. I cannot be around heat. I cannot have fun, y'all. I'm so tired of it, y'all. Help me. But no, I'm serious, y'all. These migraines are killing me. Not killing me, but they drive me crazy, y'all. Y'all know what? I've been using this, my cream on my face. Kind of looking pretty good there, girl. My own cream. Let it clear some more up, y'all. We'll be coming out with that. But anyway, y'all, the migraines are taking over my life. So I go back to the doctor, and I just told him, I say, I cannot lay on the back of my head. If I'm laying on a pillow in the bed this way, I could feel a headache in my temple. If I'm laying on my back, so he was like, let's give you some injections in the back of your head. Whew, y'all, do not do that. Those injections almost ran me up out of that chair. That man stuck me in the back of my head. Yeah, I didn't know if I was coming or going, but I know I was trying to go up out of that chair. Oh my goodness, he did this side, then he did this side. Okay, that worked for a minute. Then he said, come back in 3 months and we'll do it again. So I'm just like, okay. So go back to the doctor, and I told him it didn't even work for a week. After that week, I still couldn't, lay on the back of my head. I'm still getting migraines and stuff. So he upped the medicine to 50 milligrams. And he was telling me, he was like, this medicine can go all the way up to 1,000 milligrams, y'all. 1,000 milligrams. Right now I'm at 50, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I don't have to go no higher than that. But I go back, and in 3 months went back. He gave me the injections in the back of my head, but this time he went like a little lower. Y'all, I tell y'all, the back of my head, it was swelling, like it started swelling like right here. And I got home, and the next day I'm just like feeling my head. I'm just like, why my head so swollen? And I don't know if it was because a certain spot in my head or what, but he said I must have had an allergic reaction to the shot, but it didn't happen the first time. But it could have been that it was in a different spot in my head. I couldn't go to work for a couple of days. It was terrible. So this last time when I went, and he had asked me, did I want to get the injections in my head? No. I just want to be, I just, when I lay on no pillow and try to watch no TV, I will sit up and watch TV like I need to be doing anyway. And so I haven't had any more injections in the back of my head, but I tell you one thing, I cannot lay on a pillow and just lean back and watch TV. I can't do that. I try to, but I tell you one thing, that headache is coming. I'm not claiming it. I'm not claiming no migraines. I'm not claiming no headaches or none of that stuff. But I'm just telling you that's what happened. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm telling y'all, it's crazy. I'm telling y'all, it's crazy that it happens like that. But it happens like that. I just don't know. And I tell y'all, my last headache, just a second. We ain't gonna say my last migraine, but my son, they have these trail rides, him and his father-in-law and stuff like that. They have these trail rides. And they had invited me to go to the trail rides. Y'all, I was so excited. I was ready to go to the trail ride. I get to the trail ride. They getting everything ready, everything prepared, and I'm sitting there. They got all of the food. I eat a little sausage wrap or whatever. So we get ready to go on the actual trail ride. And I tell y'all, oh my goodness. Y'all, I think as we got ready to start the trail ride, my head just went to doing this. It went to doing that. It was pounding so bad. I didn't want to say nothing to nobody, but they could tell something was wrong. Everybody know I have migraines, and they could tell something was wrong. And I'm just like, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I got to make it, because when you're on a trail ride, you're literally driving. You're not stopped nowhere. You're just going. So I'm just like, man, I am about to go crazy. My head was killing me. I'm sitting here, and I got my water bottle. I had a towel. I got my water bottle. I'm pouring water on my towel, trying to put up to my head, keep my head cool. So we stopped. They stop, and when they stop, I guess they stop a point, and they get out and they start walking. So it's like, why don't you get out and why don't you walk? So I get out and I walk. My head just throbbing, boom, boom, boom. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, my head is killing me. So we get back in the truck. So at this point, my head is like it's like full blown. So we get back. So at this point, I'm just like, I'm thinking that we somewhere else. So I'm just like, I'm gonna ask them if it's okay if I lay in the truck for a minute, because I didn't know we was back at the same place that we started at. So when we get out the truck, I said, oh, we back at the same place that we started. And they's like, yeah, where you been? I'm just like, y'all don't even know. So we walked, me, my daughter-in-law, my two granddaughters, we walked to the front to one of the guys' RVs to use the restroom. And it just seemed like soon as I sat down, that was it. My head was through the roof then. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. I didn't want to say nothing. So we walked back and I sat down. And once I sat down, my stomach started boiling and I had to throw up. So I told him, hold on. My son said, Mama, you want to get in my car for a minute? Or my daughter-in-law said, Mama, you want to get in Jay's car? And I'm just like, yeah. So we told him to open the car. But before I could get in his car, I had to go throw up. So I walked all the way around to someone else's trailer, and it just came out. It just came out. So I'm thinking, okay, I threw up. Maybe I'm going to be fine. So I go get in the car, turn the AC on. My head, boom, boom, boom. I'm just like, oh my goodness. So I'm sitting in the car. They getting ready to eat. Oh man, I had wanted some of them nachos so bad. I wanted some, but I just couldn't get back out the car. So my son came. He said, Mama, you want me to take you home? I did not want my baby to leave and drive 30 minutes to take me home and then go all the way back. Then he came and asked me again. He said, I'll take you home before we go to the dance, because I wanted to go to the dance so bad. But I couldn't make it. By the time I got home, I was riding. He was taking me home. Oh man, y'all don't understand. I had to throw up so bad. Oh my goodness. And I was just trying my hardest not to just throw up or tell him to pull over. So as soon as I got home, that was it. I threw up probably about 5 times. My head was hurting so bad, I didn't know what to do. That was the worst migraine I think I have ever had. I couldn't get comfortable. I couldn't go to sleep. It wouldn't stop hurting. I did everything that I could do to possibly think, is it going to stop? Is it going to stop? So I think probably about 4 o'clock in the morning, I got up and I could just feel the pain. It had moved out of my eyes and it was here. So when I have migraines, once it's out of my eyes and away from my temple and it's here or here, I can pretty much deal with it because I can get anything and just put pressure here. I can't put pressure here or around my temple. So I got up, I came and I sat on the toilet for a little while. And I said, maybe I just need to try to eat something. So I went in the kitchen, fixed me a sandwich. And I said, I wanted to take me some medicine, but I was scared because I had been throwing up so much. So I finally about, I think 6 or so in the morning, I finally got my migraine finally stopped hurting. And I don't know if I had to go to work that day or what, but I tell you, I was so drained. I didn't have no energy. I think that was the worst migraine that I have yet to have, and I'm praying to God. And I know I have had several after that, but that was the one that I have yet to have, and it's finna get y'all. When I tell y'all, we are in double digits already, like 101, 105, and I am praying and keeping my fingers crossed that I don't walk out there to go to work and get sick, or being at work or get sick, because it doesn't matter where I'm at. If that migraine kicks in, that's it for me. And if I'm not nowhere that I can just lay down and just zone myself out from everything, from noise, from whatever it is, it's it. When it goes into full blown, that's it for me. I'm literally stuck with a migraine probably either 24 hours to 48 hours. Sick, sick, throwing up, no energy, can't eat, can't sleep, miserable. And there's nothing can be done. Nothing. This is the way I have to live for the rest of my life. I have to live like this. So it doesn't matter like what I do. I have to make myself comfortable. So, me, when I go on vacations, when I go to family gatherings, when I go anywhere that the heat is involved, and it's sad because, my doctor say, well, why don't you take vacations when it's cool, or why don't you do this when it's cool? And it's so sad because people don't, my family likes to take vacations in the summertime, because they have kids. All of my kids are grown. So, and even if they wasn't, I would still have to wait till they get out of school. And that's summertime. I don't know. Maybe once I get back to a comfortable spot from dealing with the situation that I'm in. And I know a lot of it has to do now with my migraines, stress, anger, frustration, and just a lot of other stuff that I'm going through. And I try to give all of that, and I try to just put it all into a bottle and just throw it away, and I try to give everything else to God, surrender it all, because I just can't, it's bad enough that when I walk out that door, I gotta sit and when I feel it, I could feel it, or I can sit and I can see little stars, like little bitty stars, and I know I'm like, dang, I'm finna get a headache. And they say, well, take something soon as you see that. It don't work with me. It don't work with me, because if I'm not home and I see that, I can't rest. I can't lay down. I can't close my eyes. I gotta take me some medicine and still have to work or still have to deal with whatever situation I'm going through. If I'm in the heat and I see them little stars coming up, them arrows, I can't calm myself down. I can't take medicine and lay down and relax. I can't do that. So this is something that I have to live with for the rest of my life. People have, so many people, and I thank y'all out there. My Facebook, so many people have told me so many different things to do. And I tell y'all, I have tried every last one of them. Every last one of them. None of them works. None of them. None of them work. And it's terrible, because my whole life, it's just like, I don't know, if I'm anywhere, I have to be sitting there like, oh shoot, I feel myself getting a headache. But one thing I do know now, when I start feeling myself tired or sluggish or just drained, I already know what's gonna happen. I didn't get that error, but I do know that something is about to go right. And I don't know, y'all. I just don't know. I tell y'all this. I done been through so much in my life. I always said, Lord, was I put on this earth to go through all of this? Like, dang, just, why me? Why me? But I'm still claiming healing. And I do believe the Lord will heal me from these migraines. He didn't say that the healing process would be today, tomorrow. He never said when, but I do believe one day I will be healed. And I'm just, because y'all, I do believe that my healing process is in place, because I used to have them every single day. Every day. Every single day. Every other day. Once or twice a week. Now, praising God, I don't have them as much, but I do still get them. But I'm very grateful that the medicine that I'm on And I take my migraine medicine. I take sinus medicine. I do my nasal spray. And then I have medicine that I rub on my temple. Y'all, it's a lot. It's a lot. But through the grace of God, I'm here and I'm still living. So I'm just here to encourage someone else. If you're out there and you're having migraines and you have to live with it, don't give up. Don't give up. Because you know what? If you made it every day through the pain, if you made it every time through the pain, guess what? You'll make it through the pain another day. You'll make it through another day and another day. And that's just